Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Krista Joy from DisneyWays.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. And so many Disney fans have a collection of Magic Bands started. Disney's offering some fun customizations and designs, but imagine actually sending in your own design to truly make your Magic Band special to you. Our guest today is Matt Davis, and he has brought us a way to do just that. It's called MagicYourBand.com. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hi, Krista. Thanks, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, Matt, can you tell us what is the concept behind Magic Your Bands?
Well, it's kind of started way more than a year ago, really, when I first took a trip with my family, the first trip where we were going to have Magic Bands. And we were kind of going through, what color do each member of the family want? And my daughter insisted that she wanted a purple Magic Band, which obviously you can't get. So I looked at ways that we could actually, do we paint the band? Do we give her what she wanted? And fortunately, a friend of ours runs a printing business, and I came up with a design, and I said to him, can he basically cut me a vinyl overlay that will stick to the Magic Band? So we gave her a purple Magic Band, and along with that, we thought, well, actually, it's probably a good idea if we put an emergency contact phone number on her Magic Band. And it looked so good that my wife and I then did our own designs on our Magic Band, and we took our trip to Walt Disney World in the December with sort of personalization on our Magic Bands, and the number of people that came up to us, guests and other cast members and stuff like that, when we were waiting in line, and just said that how great they looked, and they were really thought it was amazing, and where did we get them and all that kind of stuff. It evolved into us thinking, well, if we like them and other people like them as much as this, maybe there's a way that we should be perhaps offering this as a business. So that's kind of how it evolved. It took us quite a long time to get from that stage to kind of where we are now, but that was like the evolutionary process.
Yeah, that's incredible. So tell us now, how does someone go online and make their own design? I know you've made this a really easy process. Can you tell people a little bit about how it works?
Sure. I mean, there's a couple of things that you can do. I mean, we do have some sort of like standard designs that you can either buy just as they are, and if not everybody's creative and not everybody wants to do that, so they can go ahead and just buy the design. I think we've got around 70 different designs now, and they change all the time. So you can just go ahead and just buy them just as they are, and that's fine. The next alternative is that you can go on and you can take one of our designs and you can add things like your name or some other text. A lot of people add a emergency contact phone number, or the year, or that kind of thing. You can do that. But what we actually have is a 3D model graphic representation of a Magic Band in an interface that allows you can actually go ahead and upload your own images, whether it be photos or logos, your favorite football team, that kind of stuff, and actually upload those designs and move it around on the Magic Band, along with text and all that kind of stuff. And you can actually see it in 3D, you can manipulate it around and actually see what that would look like on the band itself. So once you've kind of got the design done and you're happy with it, you simply add it to the shopping cart, and then once you check out, the process for us is that we get your artwork, we get the actual output file, and that's kind of it. I mean, we load it onto our printer. We do basically run overnight, so all the orders that come in throughout the working day are then printed overnight and then dispatched the following day.
And now I know you guys are doing something a little bit different too. Is you're actually pre-punching the hole. So if it's a band that goes from end to end on the Magic Band, you guys are punching the holes.
That's right, yeah. So we've got them all lined up. They're actually for this one for you, Tony. There are actually 8 holes in the Magic Band. So we do pre-punch them. We just we find also the feedback we've had is that not only do people like the fact that it helps line up, so that when you actually are applying the skin, we call them skins, you've got something that acts as a little bit of a guide to actually help you align it when you're actually sticking it on. But also for a child, or a smaller adult size, where you do have to pull that center piece out of the Magic Band, they still work without having to cut them or push the holes through, and it just keeps it kind of neat and tidy.
And I think I also know from the website too is I think you have two different kinds. You have one that'll go from end to end and will cover the Mickey in the middle that everybody taps, and then you'll have one I think that is split. Is that correct? That's
right, yeah. I mean, we call them a one-piece and a two-piece style. So exactly as you said, I mean, you can choose to cover the Mickey head up if you want to. Not everybody wants to do that, so we have the two-piece style. And it's around about, to be honest, it's around about a 50-50 split. There are people that want to see the Mickey head there, and they like it, and it gives them something to line up when they're tapping in the turnstiles or whatever. But then there are others that want to take the one-piece design, cover that up, but gives them a little bit more room to make a sort of a more of a symmetrical design. Or other people will actually go ahead and do a design that has a stylized Mickey logo in the center, or their other favorite character, or wherever it might be.
It's really cool. And you didn't stop there. You've got cell phone cases and some other things too. Why don't you tell everybody what you have? Oh
gosh, we do have cell phone cases for some of the more popular, so the iPhones and the Samsung phones. We also do some water bottles. We do coasters and fridge magnets. We do skins for Fitbit Flex, and also for the Google Glass.
The Google Glass is really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere. That's a really great idea.
That's very cool. Again, that's something that we found that was quite popular. I mean, when we decided to do this, we kind of sort of threw it open a little bit. Thought, well, we can use the same technology to do the Fitbit Flex and the Google Glass. But also we're finding, again, as a little bit of a feedback from kind of our beta stage, if you like, was that people say, it'd be really cool if I could have a design on my Magic Band that I then have a design on my cell phone on a case, and other bits and pieces like that. So that kind of evolved out, and we were like, okay, well, why not? We can bolt this stuff on.
Yeah, so that sounds great. I mean, you get everything you own, your Fitbit, your Magic Band, your stuff, everything all has the same design, or maybe different design.
Yeah. I mean, we're finding quite a lot of people that, particularly if they're going on like a family trip, they'll do the Smith family vacation 2015, and they'll buy cases, and they'll buy a Magic Band cover, and blah blah. They'll buy a whole load of stuff.
It's a great option for men, because not all men want to wear jewelry, rings, earrings, stuff like that, but this is a way they can accessorize and still feel manly at the same time. I think it's awesome. Now, what are the prices of everything? I'm sure it's subject to change, but generally, do you charge for shipping and stuff like that?
No, so everything we sell right across the site, not just the Magic Bands, but everything we sell, we do free international shipping. That's something that we really wanted to do, because I think everybody hates that kind of gotcha moment when you go and you check out and you think, okay, it's going to cost this, and then somebody adds on the shipping price. So everything you see is the price you pay is inclusive of shipping. The Magic Bands, if it's one of our standard designs, they're $6. But if it's a completely custom design, it's $8. But as you add more to your shopping cart, so that it's $8 for the first one, and then 2 to check this right, as 2 to 5 is you get like a 15% discount. 6 to 9 is a 25% discount, and 10 or more is a 33% discount. So it kind of goes down quite quickly.
The question I get asked a lot when I have something on my Magic Band is it waterproof?
Yeah, absolutely. So not only does the material we print on and the adhesive, but also the ink is completely and utterly waterproof. So we've had people that we've done it ourselves in our testing, but you can wear it to a water park, you can wear it in a shower, in the bath, in the pool, that kind of stuff, and it's totally impervious to water.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then can they be removed and reused, or is it just a one-time thing?
Easily removed. I mean, some people have been able to reuse them. We don't kind of say they're reusable, because as you take them off, you can kind of stretch them out a little bit. But if you're kind of careful, some people can do that. But one thing that I was really keen to do, and what I think that we've really managed to get there, is that when you do peel it off, it doesn't leave any marks or sticky residue or anything like that on the actual band itself. It comes off completely cleanly in one piece. So you can just take it off. It stays in place really sticks extremely well, but when you do want to take it off, it doesn't leave anything behind.
It does some kind of super glue, I think.
Well, we actually worked with a number of manufacturers to actually not only get the material right, but also we went through, I think it was about 20 different types of adhesive. Wow. So some that were so permanent you could never get them off, and then were so permanent they left all sticky marks on the actual Magic Band, and other stuff that just didn't stay enough. And so we went through all of these different types of adhesive before we kind of got something that ticked all the boxes.
Now, I know when you were doing some beta testing, you were nice enough to send me some of these designs that you had done, and one of them was like a little puffy textured band. So you still have those, or is that available?
No, I mean, that's something that we are working on. That's kind of a secret, Tony, but no, but that's something that we're working on, some other different ideas, but we're not going to do it until it's absolutely right. So we are going to do ones that have like textures and other sort of finishes, maybe metallic, some sparkly stuff, all that kind of thing. So they're going to kind of come along as when we get to the point that we're 100% happy with them. But we've got a few other sort of tricks up our sleeve.
I think there were some that even were not like a smooth vinyl too. They had a little texture to them as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, there are some other vinyls that we've been looking at. We've been looking at some like carbon fiber type textures rather than just a look to them. They really feel like carbon fiber. We've also tried some like with a bit of a glittery finish, but the difficulty there is that they tend to sort of just the actual kind of glitter surface tends to wear off. And then you end up with them on your fingers. So we've kind of left those alone for just the moment, and until we sort of get something that's a bit more resilient.
And I'm seeing some really good ideas on your website. Like if you have a birthday party, everybody can get Katie's 7th birthday, as a sticker on their Magic Band. There's cheerleading groups and things like that. So is there like bulk pricing for groups and large families, things like that?
Well, I mean, as I say, if you're getting 10 or more, then there's a 33% discount. But we have done a couple of hundred for a group, and so if you've got a group or a club or whatever, then just talk to us and we'll see what we can, how we can work that out with you and get that right. Be if you want help with the design or whatever it might be, then we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, we've done one very large. For a group, and we do sort of some reasonable volume orders at times as well.
Excellent. Okay. Well, and then last but not least, can you just share with everybody where they can find you online outside of the website? I know you're on some social media and things like that.
Sure. I mean, we're on Twitter. So our Twitter name is Magic Your Band. Also on Facebook, we have a Facebook page, which is also facebook.com/magicyourband. Those are that's basically the best ways to get hold of us. And obviously, as you say, the website itself, magicyourband.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's just so fun to know that there's these options out there. Disney's trying and they're putting out different things, but a lot of times they're limited edition or hard to get a hold of, that kind of thing. So, and you're really offering something special where people can, customize it for themselves. So I think it's great, and we appreciate what you do. It's awesome, and thanks for coming on the show and sharing with everybody.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It's great to speak to you guys.
It's our pleasure, and we just want to thank you for listening. We know there's a lot of great shows out there. We appreciate you listening to the Disney Parks podcast, and we will see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you